Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look. I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Knocks it into space. Now that looks a decent ball. Mohamed Salah gets flagged offside. That's a shade optimistic. He is slightly undercooked, that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best.
Rummenigge! And it's a goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter.
Real chance! And it's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goals should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's been won straight back. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. It's Hazard! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's lofted through here. Paz. Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hazard. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Paz.
There will be 1 minute.
Good looking ball. Beckham promptly onto that, and that is that. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And the first half is done. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow.
Number 4, Hazard. Coming on to replace him is number 6.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a searching pass. Bergkamp tries to pass it through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's still! There it is!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So we have a breakthrough. Goes for a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
No, that's been intercepted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. Boys, it's Salah! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for options for movement. Pepe kept his eye on it, and he's there. Paz.
Oh, good read. He read that really well and stopped it.
No, that was never going to make it. Nicely aimed pass. Adams gets over and intercepts. Paz. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he get on the end of this? He's well positioned here. And the shot! Goal! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
On the field, number 14.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to...
Can he finish? He scores! And again they hit the front. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
Ah, this looks sharp. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Mbappe, and that interception was... And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Manchester United have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in...
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Tony Adams. Now there is a proper defender, Jim.
Well, not too many Englishmen can rival his leadership qualities, Peter.
Just has so many strengths. You could go on all day about him, couldn't you?
Well, the epitome of solidity, thanks to his winning mentality and ability to organise a back four. You don't argue with Tony Adams. You do what you're told.
He's gone forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Forlan, looking for options for movement. No goals as yet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bellingham. Fitz. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Forlan. Cute ball. Now how can he reach it? It's and he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And it's Salah. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. That is a brilliant interception. Jordan Henderson. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And this is Forlan.
Oh, really well played.
He's picked his way through. It's Forlan! In he goes again. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, what a climb! He scores! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters. Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Gabriel cuts it out. Saliba. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Children's announcement.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, well measured. Now there's a... Fine stop from the keeper.
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there.
So will they make it count again? He gets big. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Wits. That's a delicate... Great chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Rummenigge. Chouameni. Wits. And it's Bellingham. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. It's a promising position. Rises! Harmlessly behind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Wits. It's Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold takes a shot! They've done it! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
After 62 minutes is
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
That has not gone well. Paz could try cutting inside. He's got it all. No mistake. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Alexander-Arnold. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's the shot! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
number 18, number 30.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 20, Wood. Number 9, Frenkie de Jong.
Casillas claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter. Paz. It's a pretty loose pass. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Wits. Wits cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Jong. Tries to pass it
There will
through.
be 5 minutes added
Looking
time.
wide. Look at the space here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. 5 minutes to add. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's through, now is he in? De Jong. And that's that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
I still feel that this man, Diego Forlan, is a little unappreciated, Peter, despite all of his achievements.
Why might that be?
I suppose the fact that success came slowly, his career has been a tale of patience and early setbacks, but that's what made him what he is now. In many ways, it's made him much stronger.
Looking for the run. Well timed, excellent interception. That's really well cleared. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Mateus! They've scored! He forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Terrific header! Really well taken goal. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's hoisted clear. Very nearly half an hour gone here. And here's Forlan. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Rummenigge, he's having a go! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Elects to cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a key interception. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, important interception. Mateus. Here's Forlan. Ball looks a good one. It's
2 minutes has been indicated.
And we hit half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further.
And a quick
I'd always be
reminder to
inclined to go
everybody
for
make sure
the
to
latter,
put any
go
litter
for a
in the
third,
bins provided.
especially
Thank
with a
you
full
for
half
your
of football
cooperation.
still to play.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. That's rather hopeful.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Not the most accurate pass. And they win it back again. Has a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Costa Curta gets rid without sophistication. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Rummenigge! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. 3-0, and things are starting to look awful. Ah, he's given it away! It's Salah! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Quarter of an hour into the second half. Forlan. Paz. And here's Mohamed Salah. Forlan! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Probing pass. And it's been played through. Shot a goal! Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Aims beyond the defence. Can he latch on to this? He's shooting! He scored! And they are right back within touch! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So is this the start of a comeback? And we're not going to make any further progress now. And he was quick to react. The ball is loose, and the... Mohamed Salah! It's a goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Number 20, Mohamed Salah.
So now the difference is 3. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jordan Henderson. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Jordan Henderson. Dixon. The final 5 minutes. Now it's Mohamed Salah. No, that was never going to make it. Can he get on the end of this? He's having a shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. That's a decent clearance. Mohamed Salah. Forlan. He's through here. Rummenigge is onto this. He might be in here! And that's it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast, and he's easing that out of his game, and he can go all the way to the very top.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Forlan. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And another try!
Oh, that was no routine save. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Aims beyond the defence. Adams gets across to intercept that.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's had a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's off target and by quite a way.
Detroit City really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Rummenigge. And here's Mohamed Salah. That's surely a foul. Free kick. here's Forlan. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
He's cut it out. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vinicius Junior. Real chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. And it's Davis. He's going for goal! Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Davies brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Mohamed Salah. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tries to pass it through. Now, can they get him away? Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's only too happy to take that back. Forlan. Great vision. He's through here. He's found a way through. Shoots! He scored! The breakthrough strike. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Looking for options for movement. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And he's heaved it away. Nicely aimed pass. Knocks it into space. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, look at the space here. And the finish! That's going to go a long way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Paz powering forward here. Valverde. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's a sharp little ball here. Casillas gets it away. Great ball, and he's in here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Mbappe. That's been slipped through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Paz. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
He's found a way past.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly...
And he's had a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Vinicius Junior. Number 22, Federico Valverde. Coming on the field, number 4, Openda. Number 19,
And here's Forlan.
Joshua Kimmich.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Pass somewhat off target. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Good chance here. Hit it. That's wonderful. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And that should do it. Within sight of the finish line.
After 88 minutes.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
It's just really poor from a defensive standpoint. A very soft goal if you look at it. Everyone was busy doing the wrong thing. Someone's really got to be picking him up when he's in that position.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping.
And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Dale clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, that takes a shot! He scored! There is the breakthrough!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, he's been caught on it here! And this is Bale.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. That looks a good ball through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Schneider. Oh, that's well spotted. Mateus. Belletti. Looking to play him in. Yamal picks it up out wide. And it's Rijkaard. Has a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Gareth Bale!
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's there to get it away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, what has happened here? Not Yamal. That looks a cracking ball. So much time and space here. It's Bale! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
It's a lovely, neat pass. Bale. Mateus. Forlan. And this is Mohamed Salah. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Looking for options for movement. He can run onto that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Belletti.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And we hit half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Shot a goal! That's another chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Bale goes steaming forward. Paz. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rummenigge. Now, can they get him away? Cannavaro calmly anticipates. He's a sharp little ball here. Jordan Henderson. Paz. Looking for the run. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Paz. Mohamed Salah. And he's looking at the referee, and the referee is shaking his head. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Look at the space here. The ball goes in. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. He can get that clear. This might spell... Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! And they're back in front! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now or try and finish it off?
Somewhat off target. Can he get it through? This looks promising. And they're quick to get it back.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you...
Can he finish? He's got a goal! And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming?
There's goes for a shot! Cleared without complication. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That looks a decent ball. And he's searching through. Nice looking ball. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Knocks it into space. That's a good chance for a shot. And he hits the net. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service. And
He's going to be disappointed with that. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, shoot. And one more try. It's there. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
that's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, that's a key interception. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's there to belt it away. That'll be a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Forlan. Look at this real chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Always onto this. And he's on his way! Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Has showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, he got rid because he...
And he's had a hit! It's hit the upright. Oh, he's given it away. Modric. Adams spots it and intercepts. And this is Forlan. Saka. And it's Forlan. Mohamed Salah.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Forlan. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Forlan. Rummenigge. Cannavaro.
There will be 1 minute
Oh, it's a
added
promising
time.
build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive.
Oh, shooting chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. Modric. Rafinha. Time and again they are repelled. Rice. And Rafinha. Alexander-Arnold. Calafiori. Upamecano. Barcelona finding their passes. Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. And he can clear it away. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Saka is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Good ball, good tries a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
This is turning into a repeat offenders affair. The keepers won't be complaining, though.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now he's got space here. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Mohamed Salah unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mateus. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, this is a great position.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's got away. And it's Salah. Oh, he's bustling through here.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
That's been slipped through. And Messi! That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Forlan. Now, can they get him away? Upamecano clears it away. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal.